Aloha friends, my name is Tara Coyote and I wanted to make a commemoration video for my dear friends Danny Hashimoto and Don Higgins Andrews. They both died recently, both stage 4 cancer thrivers. So I have a unique perspective because I've had several friends who have died at a very young age. My best friend Deb Hubsmith died at the age of 46 from acute myeloid leukemia. Another very dear friend and family member died young at the age of 47. I myself have been journeying with late-stage cancer, breast cancer, for almost 5 years now. I wrote a book, Grace, Grit, and Gratitude, to share my experience. And I almost died 2.5 years ago. I was actually recommended to hospice. So I have a unique perspective because I've both experienced a lot of death and I've been at the point of almost dying. I also am trained as a death doula, and I also have been a trained hospice volunteer. And I also part of a wonderful group in Northern California called Full Circle Living and Dying Collective, where we help promote death positivity to the community which I lived in. So I wanted to share a little bit about my experience because we are so afraid of death in our culture. There's so much fear around it. We live in a death phobic culture. So basically when you hear somebody's dying, the natural tendency is to get so upset. So I'm here to make a video to help demystify death, because I honestly feel, after being so close to death myself and having so many friends around me die, my dear friend Danny just died last night. And I was very blessed to spend the last 3 days of his life with him in various times and increments. So death is a beautiful thing. And I really believe it's important to face our fear of death, because we're all gonna die. That is a guarantee, right? We're all on our way out. And so many times when there's a diagnosis or illness, we cling to life and we try to do everything we can to heal, to the point of doing treatments that can put somebody in a tremendous amount of pain and discomfort. And I'm here to say death is a beautiful, beautiful thing. In my experience of being around so many people who have died, like, there's a certain grace in the energetic around death. If you've ever been to a birth, it's a very magical portal where a being is coming through, and death is the same way. Somebody is leaving. So I know death is usually the hardest for the people who are left behind, because you're missing your beloved, whoever it may be, your friend, your partner, your mother, your sister. But for the being leaving, it's a tremendous liberation. And I don't want to say what it's like when somebody dies, because obviously I've never died, but I do know myself, with facing death, I've come to a great peace that when it's my time to die, it's my time to die. The very interesting thing about walking with a stage 4 cancer diagnosis, and so many friends have died. I'm one of the rare women standing over, after so many people have passed, sadly, is that I don't know how much longer I have to live. I honestly could be dead in a year or two. I do not know. And this is a tremendous gift, because it makes me truly, truly appreciate and embrace my life. Because I know I could be in the same place as my friend Dawn or Danny, who just sadly passed. So if you are given a life-threatening diagnosis, an illness, whatever it may be, I really advocate you to embrace the opportunity to really live it. I know it's not easy by any means, but to really look at what's unhealthy in your life and shift it, whether it be unhealthy patterns of working too much, unhealthy diet, unhealthy relationships, and live your life fully. And this goes for everybody. And the roosters are affirming this, that whether you have an illness or not, life is short and precious. And to go a little bit into what's going on in our current paradigm with people disagreeing over various things, what people are doing, what people are not doing, without talking about specifics, I think you know what I'm talking about. Life is so short. Life is too short to pigeonhole and project your beliefs on somebody, whether they have done something or whether they haven't done something. It's so sad to see the separation in the world now around different belief systems. And I really encourage y'all to see beyond that and see what truly matters, which is love and connectedness. And coming together. And this is coming from somebody who's walked so close to death. And I've had so many friends who've died. Life is precious. If you are in a healthy body, live it. If you are an unhealthy body, live it. Life is a gift. There is something quite amazing that happens when somebody is given a diagnosis where you're faced with death. I've seen this in so many of my friends. I've been walking with stage 3 and now 4 cancer, stage 4 cancer for almost 5 years now. And there's a chord of similarity among many of us cancer thrivers where we really come to appreciate life because we've seen death. And I can speak for my friend Dawn, who just passed, and Danny. They live life so fully. They are such bright, loving beings filled with so much love. And this is a lesson for all of us to live our life fully. Life is too short to project and blame and hate and judge. There is a grace when it comes to dying. I was just around a dying man for 3 days, and I've been around many friends who have died, and I was trained as a death doula, and it's a beautiful gift to die. And so many times somebody can be sick and be trying every last treatment to try to heal when it's clear somebody's gonna die, and that just creates more suffering in the long term. So my message here is to have a place of surrender. I have decided, 2.5 years ago, walking to stage 4 cancer, I was recommended to hospice. I had cancer in my breast, my lungs, my liver, my spine, my adrenal glands, and my left hip. I was coughing so much, I could not lay down to sleep for 2 months. I was walking with a cane because my left hip was breaking. And I am so fortunate to be alive now. And I know y'all look at me and you think, wow, it doesn't look like you're walking with stage 4 cancer. I'm tremendously lucky to be alive. The tumors in my body keep shrinking. My bones are growing back. I share my story in my book, Grace, Grit, and Gratitude. And really, it's such a profound gift to walk this path and to be faced with death. And if you yourself are faced with a life-threatening diagnosis, I really encourage you to face your fear of death. And those of you who are quote-unquote healthy, face your fear of death. One of my big lessons when my best friend Deb was dying, I realized that for us to truly embrace life, we have to embrace death. So I encourage you to face your fears around it, really dive into the fact that it doesn't have to be so scary. It's just a portal. It's just a path to another place. This is my book, Grace, Grit, and Gratitude, A Cancer Thriver's Journey from Hospice to Full Recovery with the Healing Power of Horses. It's a bestseller on Amazon, and if you feel like reading it, you can find it there. I'll put the link in the comments. Thank you for the support, and if you read it and you like it, please feel free to leave a review on Amazon. Every review helps this message get out to a larger audience. Mahalo. Thank you so much for taking time to listen, and if you like this video, feel free to comment on it, like it, share it with your friends. I really appreciate it. The more this message gets out, the more we can all embrace death on a deeper level. So take really great care of yourselves, and sending so much love and aloha from Kaua'i.